Here we go. 10 good money habits that you wish you've been implementing since you are a child. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome once again to part number 2 of the 10 good money habits post-COVID. This is Anis Gikuma, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and also taking personal responsibility to develop your capacity to be more, do more, so you can have more and effectively have more to give and contribute towards making the world a better place. And the topic of money, yesterday I went to a meeting when I was interviewed about politics in the country I come from, which is Kenya. And the topic of money, we realized it is not just about a country, it is very personal. And until we fix our personal finances, chances are even the global financial systems are not in good hands. So hopefully with these 10 good money habits, you will be able to start taking personal responsibility and equipping and empowering yourself to take better care of your money. And without further ado, let's look at habit number 2. So last week we talked about the first habit, which is making money. We also looked at the cash flow quadrant, where you're either an employee, self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. But in order for you to be a successful employee financially, or a successful self-employed person, or a successful business owner, or effectively a successful investor, basic money knowledge and financial intelligence needs to be there. So today's skill is keeping eye on your money. Keeping an eye on your money. So let me ask you this. How often do you check your bank account? Do you do it daily? Do you do it weekly? Do you do it on a Friday? I remember those days when I used to work in the building site. Friday would be a very exciting day, Friday afternoon, because by 2-3 o'clock, you're checking whether you've actually been paid, whether your boss has deposited your money. Now, do you have a way to reconcile or to check the money that is going outside your bank account? Now, you've made the money and you worked hard, and congratulations. If you don't have a job, get one. If you don't have a business, start learning the skills, which is going to be a conversation for another day. But now that your pennies are in the banks, what do you do? How do you keep track of them? Now, there's a few things that we have been trained, or we just happen to fall into them unconsciously. And one of them is automatic spending. Now, direct debit and standing orders are brilliant ways of managing your outgoings. However, and this is a key point, they can also, these systems, if we depend on them too much, money can keep going out without our knowledge. Direct debit is you allow a company to take money out of your bank to be paying for whatever service you've subscribed to. Now, the challenge is this. You also have to remember that when the contract ends, it's important, or you cancel the contract, it's important that you check with your bank so that you cancel that direct debit. Standing order, on the other hand, has a slightly better advantage because you have a little bit more control on your money. So you choose when the money goes out, you choose how much, and you choose the company. So standing order is where you have the control. Direct debit is where you're giving the company the control. There's a client of mine I was talking to a couple of weeks ago, and she told me she doesn't even know whether she's managed to pay off one of her debts that she set up a direct debit over 5 years ago. Now, it wasn't a large amount of money, but chances are the company that she was paying to kept on taking money, and that's hemorrhaging your well-earned money. The second habit is impulsive spending. It's important that you learn to discipline your emotions. Impulsive spending is the enemy of your financial well-being. How can you discipline it? Now, if you don't know how much is going out, you don't know how much is left. If you don't know how much is left and you're spending sporadically or impulsively, chances are you will always end up with more month than the money. And that's never a good place to find yourself in. So it's vitally important then that you start thinking and planning ahead to eliminate this impulsive spending. You always spend money emotionally, or you buy emotionally, and then you justify your expense logically. So the people who say, oh, I'm not emotional about money, it's a lie. They've just found a better way to explain, or they have developed the intelligence of being able to manage their emotions and manage their money. So your emotional intelligence will always be the guiding principle of how you spend your finance. Your emotional intelligence will always be the rudder or the foundation on how you spend your money. So by you taking better care of your emotional well-being, you can also hold on to more of your money. Now, it's vitally important that you get to know, where is my money going? Planned spending is the key. Planned spending is the key. Now, it's once you have planned and budgeted, you can actually set up direct debits, because if, for example, if you have the rent and you just want it to go out every month, vitally important for you to check again. Are you overspending through your direct debits? Are you overspending through your standing orders? While you're there, about planned spending is, I'm going to challenge you with this. You pay your rent every month, or your mortgage every month, or wherever you live. You pay for your food on a monthly basis. You pay your gas bills. You pay for those things that you are owed or due. Do you pay yourself? Do you have a direct debit going from your income straight away into your savings account? Last time we spoke about making smart money decisions, right? How to earn your money. So you're earning it, well done, you're working hard, but do you pay yourself first? That's the principle number one. The principle number one, if you're going to get out of the rat race, you've got to pay yourself first. So let's get back to planned spending. There's so much technology that can allow us, you and myself, to spend money better. And at the beginning, if you haven't been using some of these tools, it's important that you actually learn. And the learning cycle it's not always a smooth curve. The learning cycle actually starts, you get an idea, it challenges your beliefs, it challenges your behavior. So you take almost like an emotional dive downwards, because you're feeling guilty, you're feeling, sheepish because you've been caught out. But then what happens is, if you stay focused and if you improve your emotional intelligence, and then your subconscious mind starts to pick up the importance of the idea that you're communicating. And as it picks up that idea, then it starts becoming automatic. And now you've taken an idea that was foreign, you have internalized it. Now your subconscious mind has picked it up, and now you're doing it on an automatic basis. So this whole transition, the purpose for this, the 10 money habits I'm sharing with you, is not just so you can hear and have information in your head. Well, that is technically just laying there, occupying your brain space. Ideally, I would want for you to take this information through your head, let it sink into your heart, and then start working with it on a subconscious level to change your beliefs, to change your emotional intelligence, and then effectively start changing your behavior and your habits. And if you want to track success, look at your habits. And good money habits are guaranteed for you to have a better financial future. So get some apps that will help you track your money. It's important, and they work. I use them. I encourage and train my children to use them as well. And I know you definitely be in a better place next week, next month, next year than where you were yesterday. Okay, so we've talked about automatic spending. I have talked about impulsive spending. I've talked about planned spending. Now, this is a big one. Cut it off. Cut off what? That extra spending that you think is so important that you need it because everybody else has a gym subscription, everybody else has a Sky subscription, everybody else gets a brand new, everybody, apart from yourself, right? And therefore you go spending because everybody else has it. Let me let you into a secret. I'm a radical guy. I don't have any TV subscription, right? I don't have Sky, I don't have Virgin. I only have internet. I don't have a landline. I don't need it. Right, I have a mobile phone, and that's about it. How much of value is your financial well-being? If you don't value your financial well-being, then why go to work? Okay, why go to work? Why have a savings plan? Why dream? But if you want to dream, if you want those deep desires within yourself to arise and to actually manifest, then it's vitally important that you learn how to manage your emotions as far as money is concerned. If you're a parent, it's so good that you start your children early. Okay, start asking them to tell you where they spent their money. How did they spend their money? Why did they spend their money? Do they have money goals? I have a 10-year-old who is an actress and singer. And she's, every time she hears there's a job, she's really looking forward to it. And she wants to make the money. And that's brilliant. But then I ask her, what are you going to do with the money? Oh, I'm going to go shopping. I say, that's interesting. What are you going to buy? And she starts dreaming. And then I start asking her questions. Why would you do that? Why would you do the other? Then she starts rationalizing. And then she realizes her emotional impulse of what she wanted to buy was not necessarily a very good smart money decision. So now I'm training her. I'm talking to her. I'm installing the software so that when the money comes and the emotion rises up to go and spend, she'll step back, think, re-educate herself, or remember the conversations we've had, and then make a smart money decision. So what do you say money is? Okay, what do you say money is? What is money to you? Some people might say money is power. Some people say money is not power. Some people say money is the root of all evil. I would want you to investigate your beliefs around money. Now, you probably had someone who said, money is not power and it cannot buy you happiness. Try poverty. If you think money is not powerful, try poverty. And you realize that money is extremely powerful. You see, happiness is a state, and I don't believe in we are not here to be happy. If you just want to be happy, then don't go to work, smoke dope. And you'll be in a state where you are totally disconnected from the physical reality of your experience. So money is an equalizer. Money is a tool. I'll go further than that and say money is judgment day. The reason why most of us are afraid of money is because we know deep down we have some things in us that would rather stay kept unshown. That's why you see, if you get money today, if you won $1 million today, let me ask you this: where would you go on holiday? What would you spend it on? And you realize that if you got money, those suppressed desires will arise. Okay, so if you have been harboring evil and anger and bitterness, when you are equipped, you are going to do evil with your money. On the other hand, if you've trained your emotions, if you've trained yourself from the heartfelt perspective to be kind, to be compassionate, to be generous, when money comes, it will only amplify the things that are within you. So it's important then, if you do any money affirmations, and I'm going to give you one money affirmation that I use it on a daily basis. If you're going to go and pray about money, keep this in mind. Maybe God, maybe Providence is keeping money away from you because you need to deal with your heart. You need to deal with your heart's desires. Now, I am a money student. I'm still learning about money. And the Bible, the Christian Bible, is filled with money information. In fact, it's one book that has made more millionaires and billionaires than any other book in history. Should you study it? Well, that's up to you. I hope you're one of those people who desire to be more, do more, and have more, so you can contribute more to the planet, so we can live in a better place and potentially pass on the world in a better place than we found it. Now, so action steps for you to take. You cannot appropriate what you procrastinate. You cannot appropriate what you procrastinate. It is important that you take action today. In fact, pause this video and go into your bank account. If you haven't logged in this week or today, go in your bank account, log in and check it out. See what's happening inside, right? Start off by balancing and understanding your cash flow. Where is the money coming in? How is the money going out? Because if money is just coming in and going out without your realization, you're going to end up you're going to find yourself in a pickle. Clean your credit score. If you live in the Western countries, there's a credit score. If you don't know even if you're living in, for example, where I came from in Kenya, your credit score is what people say about you with money. Yes, the people around you know your money habits. Are you always borrowing? Are you always giving away? Are you always spending? Are you spending what you don't have? Are you spending tomorrow because you borrowed yesterday? Your credit score is what other people will say about you and money. Can they trust you with money? Do they find it hard to borrow you money? That is a credit score. You can weigh yourself and then decide to take the responsibility of becoming more trustworthy in the little. Faithful in little, faithful in much. Here is your money affirmation. I am financially aware and responsible. I keep a clean bill of health in my finances. I am financially aware and responsible. I keep a clean bill of health in my finance. I want to say thank you so much for joining me today, taking personal responsibility to develop your capacity to be more, do more, and have more, so we can leave this planet in a better way than we found it. Once again, go out there, do what you must do, because at the end of the day, you are where you are because of how you were thinking yesterday. And hopefully today, you've moved one step closer to your dreams. Thank you. God bless, and I'll see you next time.